how fear works so we can reverse the process. And if we learn to keep a clear overview of how fear works, we always know exactly where we are in the process. And this way we can't get lost anymore to find the shortest cut between fear and our liberation from it. Now, after this video, you can print and fill out the PDF to make sure you won't forget a crucial step in the process.
Imagine that this heart represents our pure, fulfilled heart from at our birth. Then, from our birth until now, we all encounter painful experiences. That pain will set around our pure, fulfilled heart. None of us has learned how to solve that pain, and none of us want to feel that pain either. So we all learned a mechanism to escape our pain. We built a wall of control around our painful feelings, but also around our pure, fulfilled heart. Do you know how we built that wall of control? By running away from our feelings into continuously thinking. Let's represent this brain as a symbol of our thinking. We run away with our thinking in having no time. For example, in being busy with being busy. For example, with our phones or any other distraction. Every distraction is used as a bandage to keep our wall of control closed. The problem is we become used to every distraction. And every time we become used to a distraction, pain comes through our bandage in the form of irritation, anger, physical pain, boredom, jealousy, dis-ease, and even violence or aggression. So from that point on, our thinking has to provide us continuously with new distractions as bandages to keep our wall of control closed. And this way of thinking is very exhausting. You know what I'm talking about, that little voice in our head that never seems to stop. And even with medication, uppers or downers, it is almost impossible to maintain. So a logical consequence might be a burnout, depression, chronic fatigue, or even suicide. And here we also find the birth of fear. Fear is nothing more than not wanting to lose control over our external distractions from our pain. So fear makes us direct ourselves away from our feelings into new external distractions. Pain and fear don't feel like, oh, that hurts, but we know it as a never-ending restlessness in our thinking. For example, I didn't want to feel the pain of feeling worthless when people laughed at me when I was skinny, so I thought of wearing different layers of clothing or making my body less skinny through fitness and nutrition as a bandage from my unsolved pain. I closed up from my painful feelings, so I felt disconnected from my feelings and felt empty. And I didn't want to feel empty, so I tried to eat myself full with complete packages of chocolate as a bandage from my unsolved pain until my liver and my skin protested. I felt disconnected and empty, so I tried effortlessly to find distraction in wearing a shiny, successful mask to the world as a bandage from my unsolved pain. It is only since then that I understood why so many celebrities who have everything commit suicide. Because they don't know how to distract themselves anymore from unsolved issues. As long as you believe that chasing the next external distractions by running away from our feelings will eventually give you a feeling of peace and complete fulfillment, you still have hope. Once you have every distraction available, like a lot of celebrities have, then that hope is killed too. It may seem strange, but this is actually great news. It has learned me that the direction of looking outside ourselves in creating more or better distractions is just the wrong direction. Think about it. How can we ever find a feeling of peace and complete fulfillment outside ourselves by chasing any kind of distraction, by running away from our initial feelings in the first place? Do you know how you can tell whether you are doing something out of distraction or out of free will? That is actually very simple to notice. Once you stop your action and you still feel completely fulfilled, you do it out of free will. And once you stop your action and you start feeling restless or start thinking about what to do next, you are doing it out of distraction. Did you know that even religion, spirituality, positive thinking, psychological techniques, doing good, etc., can also be used as a distraction from unsolved emotions? So if we recap, how does fear work? 1. Fear directs us away from our unsolved feelings of pain buried within ourselves. 2. Fear traps us into restless thinking. 3. Fear directs us also away from our feelings and from finding the feeling of complete fulfillment that we all are longing for. And 4. The real cause of our pain never lies outside ourselves, but will be triggered when our control or external distractions fall away. And this means that if we learn how to solve the root of all pain within ourselves, only our pure feeling of complete fulfillment that we all are longing for will be left. And that there won't be any fear or stress possible anymore, that our control or our distractions might fall away. And the good news is that there is actually a way to solve the root of all pain within ourselves without having to feel that pain anymore either.
Print out and fill out the PDF underneath, and then you are ready for the next video.